It's pillow talk, pillow talk, pillow talk, hey. Pillows and playing video games.
Welcome back to Pillow Talk. Now tell us about this person who wanted to close out her account.
Oh, so this mom comes in, and just a little backstory on the credit union. This is how it is for most credit unions: is when you come in, you do a one-time deposit of usually like $10, $5
to establish an account,
$5 to activate the account, $5 to maintain it, and that maintenance fee you get back whenever you decide to close the account. It's also there so you never have to have a minimum balance.
Right.
You get charged for that, like banks do.
Mm-hmm.
And this mom comes in and has 5 minor accounts, so I have to, because for some reason I don't have access to release the holds on closing accounts, but I can close accounts. I just don't have the access to release the funds to do that. So it's a whole stupid
process.
Yeah, it's a whole stupid thing. So I have to make a phone call and have a loan officer release the hold,
and then you can close
on all these accounts. So then I have to go into each account, and this is you, brother.
I'm playing?
Yeah. So then
privileged.
I have to go into each account, put a tracker in there, which is a little note in the accounts for other people in other departments for them, who in theory should read the trackers, but they don't, and then they just email and bitch at you about it. So you put these trackers in, saying, I closed the account, this is who is in here, verified with this, their social number, and their ID. I have to do that for each one. So that you have to go through like 3 different windows to do that. Then you got to go into each one separately to withdraw the funds and have them sign and do that. And so the whole time, whenever people come in and want to close the accounts, you know in their mind that they come in very hot, ready to be defensive about, why are you closing your account? And then saying blah, 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 blah.
And you're just like, okay, let's close it.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. So like, okay, here we go. And so I'm closing the accounts, and the whole time, because there's 5 of them that I have to do this process for, she is just like
hot, ready to give her opinion.
Yeah, I'm ready to like move to another bank. Like waiting for me to just snag the bait so she can just be like, well, there it is, and then do it. Never did it. So she leaves all like, thanks, and then fucking storms out because I didn't fucking feed into her goddamn ventilation shaft of bitchery.
That's my favorite part about family video is, while it super sucks that you're supposed to like bend over for the customer, it's super fun when they come in all hot, like, none of my movies worked, and you're just like, all right, let's get some new movies for you. And they're like, but I want a bitch.
Yeah, but.
And you're just like, no, let me give you some free movies. And they're like, oh, fuck, damn it. Fine.
I remember there was this one guy when I worked there who'd always come in. He was this bald dude. And every time, we went through the process every time that he owed something on his account. And all I would say is, you just have to put a fucking $1 on it. You just have to put $1 on it.
They'll ignore it after that, and...
But he got to the point every time, where he would yell at me to where the people way back by the bathroom would look at the counter, and I'm just sitting there just getting embarrassed for the guy.
Right. It's like,
and every time, because he'd always start out nice and then immediately become an ass. And so I would always put a note saying, this guy gets pissed off incredibly fast.
I love, even to this day, I find your notes on accounts.
Oh, do you?
Patrick left that note. Or people, do you remember?
Flamethrower!
Oh, hell yeah. Do you remember, what's his first name? I don't want to like give both first and last.
Well, give the name and then I'll bleep it. I edit the thing.
Do you, oh crap, what's his first name? Crap, I can't remember his name. Oh, I can't remember either one.
Should we just go to Fire Spin?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Flamethrower all day, dude.
1, 2, and ta-da. Hell yeah, dude. Fire Flamethrower, fuck.
Anyway, shorter, older dude used to be a bodybuilder.
Oh, Richard.
Yeah, Richard can learn Flamethrower.
Fuck.
He's got an older generation name. I can't remember what it's called.
I think I kind of know who you're talking about. He's like a bodybuilder, but now he's old, so it's all flabby. And, yeah,
super sexist guy.
I'm pretty sure.
You're the one who left the note on his account, right?
It
just says extremely sexist. I don't know if it was you or Jen who left it there. Or somebody even before, maybe. Or
No,
maybe Courtney.
no. Is it? Chad, bleep this out. Is it? Yeah. Okay. No, it was me. It was me.
I was sure it was.
It was me.
Because I've had a couple people ask me about that note. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Patrick left that one.
Yeah. He was, because
That's the one that comes up all the time.
yeah, I did not like him because he would come in and he would just sit there and
Chat about how women were,
and just do
fucking women, right?
Yeah, and he would just linger forever and would never leave, and it would always be late at night that he would come. But no, I left that because every time I was there, I was working with Courtney or Kaylee, and extremely sexist to them, just totally objectifying them in front of their face. And then it got to the point where I was like, guys, you're not okay with that, correct? Like, I just want you.
Like, he's being a dick, right?
Yeah, and then they're like, yeah, but we can't do anything about it. And I was like, yeah, but I can. And so then I put the note on there.
Yeah, that note's still there.
Good. Because I know
go back in.
I know there's been a lot of notes on there where when I used to work there, and Deb would be like, Patrick, did
you leave this note?
And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, okay, good, I'm gonna keep it. And so, well, that's what, because the credit union has a similar thing, like it's a comment feature where you put up on the account.
It's nice to have those notes going into a transaction.
Yeah.
Like, this person's gonna respond this way to this.
And the notes at the credit union are way more uppity because there's more interaction in the back office on the accounts, whereas with Family Video, they don't see that shit at all.
Right.
So
once you physically come to the store, you can't see it.
So when I first started there and I would put notes on accounts saying, like, this is how this person acts and treats people, the back office would get extremely pissed that I was doing that because I was offending the member. But then I asked, how am I offending the member when they have no idea what I'm looking at and what's on this screen? It doesn't show up on their bank statement. It doesn't show on, whatever. And they said, okay, yeah, that's true, but we'd like you to stop doing it. And I'm like, I'm not going to stop doing that because it helps my fellow teller. Like, you guys don't understand as a back office
person what it's like to constantly deal with these people.
And so
I kind of understand their reasoning in that, especially if you had a new person in there and they automatically see a note, if they're not a good customer service rep, they could immediately become hostile towards them.
Right.
But you don't want that person there anyway.
Then it boils down to
bad rep.
Common sense.
Yes. Using your brain.
And it's nice to have a forewarning.
So when you bring up this topic, they're going to respond this way.
Because there's this one guy that came in to me one day and he brought in a ton of bigger bills. And by law and a credit union policy and rule, we have to check
every
bill. So I check all the bills, and the guy fucking yells at me very loud and extremely rude and in an explicit manner, saying that I called him a thief when I didn't speak to him at all. I just said hi, and just by checking the bills and saying that, he's like, well, you fucking calling me a thief. I ain't no thief. And so he's like going on and on and on and on about this. And then I got to the point where I was like, you know what? So I put a note saying extremely hostile towards tellers. And because of that, I have helped 3 people that I know of who have dealt with him. I have helped them prevent themselves from causing themselves to have a bad day because they weren't dwelling on him being an ass. They didn't know he was going to be an ass. They now know he's going to be an ass.
And they expect that.
Yeah.
And then when he's gone, you forget about it.
Yep.
Instead of just being like, man, that person just ruined my day.
Right.
Because it happens.
Yes. And I don't give a shit if they want to fucking yell at me or, I don't know, there's a lot of this stuff there that I do that benefits your
coworkers.
Yeah, and that they just like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, fuck you.
That's what I do like about Family Video is like those accounts are separate from store to store. You have no way to access them unless you physically go to the store
and look at them
and look at a specific account. But yeah, there's been a few times. That one was the specific one that has come up a few times, but I've seen like notes and people are like, who left this note? It's Patrick.
Yeah, it's just. And it's another way to get back at the customer, you know?
Makes you feel just a little bit better.
Because you're like, you're an ass, and now everyone knows you're an ass. I'm glad they haven't been deleted, though.
Yeah, me too. I leave them.
Yeah, it helps. I just don't like That's what I've learned working at the credit union. I wish I learned when I was at Family Video. Is just like, just help your fellow coworkers and just, you know, God, because people suck.
They do, and it's nice to have people who you work with who you can like be like, yeah, they suck.
Yeah, they suck, and there's proof. Proof is in the pudding, motherfucker.
Or we have, you know, Glass is coming or is out in theaters right now.
What?
Glass, part of Split, non-breakable.
Oh yeah.
So that's out in theaters right now.
When you first said it sounded like glasses, so I'm like, you guys are now getting glasses. You got CBD oil and now glasses.
That's right, man.
Hell yeah, I did.
No, so Glass,
Family Video turns into Walmart.
basically the next big empire.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That would be hilarious. Yes, so Unbreakable, we only have one copy.
Yeah.
And so it gets checked out and inevitably comes back a couple days late.
Uh-huh.
I had one person who called back several times over the course of 3 or 4 days. Immediately gets on the phone and is like, okay, well, I want this movie and you guys don't have it. And is like, what you gonna do about it?
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay,
Go
you know?
pirate it online or get it for $5 in the Walmart movie bin.
Seriously. And every time it's just a process of explaining, you know, it's going to be back this time. It's a couple days late. We'll call them after it's a few more days late. And we'll go from there. Well, you should really, you know, punish these customers. We charge them the same that we'd pay you. You'd pay for it.
Do you want us to arrest him?
Right. It's a couple days late. What do you want us to do?
Right.
You're being ridiculous. And so that's a note on that person's account. And even while this was going on, I would see Deb and I'd be like, hey, did you get a call from so-and-so? Like, roll her eyes.
Uh-huh. It's sad, though, because in going in that person's shoes, that's their life. Is the highlight is them wanting to get the Unbreakable movie, and since they can't get it, it frustrates the shit out of them. Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's like something else going on.
That's always the unfortunate thing, too. Those people who come in that are hot and, you know, pissed is...
Family Video is their highlight.
Is probably their highlight, and there's like probably some shit going on in their life, and it probably sucks. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I can feel for that, but that doesn't mean you have to take it out on the customer service.
Yeah, right. Oh, I feel a burp coming, but it's not coming out.
My favorite customer outbreak. I haven't had a ton of them, but guy comes in.
I don't know if I. No.
I think you even have a note on his account that is something to the extent of upset at late fees. And
that's the guy I was talking about early.
Yeah, the last
bald
time,
with like goatee glasses.
Oh, I can't remember because it's been months since I've seen him. Because the last time he came in, he came up to the counter with a couple movies. I know this is not how you're supposed to do it officially at Family Video. They want you to bring up the late fee last. But I tend to bring it up first, so I don't have to back out and then like look and see what it was.
Because
he comes up to the counter, I ask him about his movies. He's super chill and nice. Bring up this account. I see this note. I'm like, super great. I'm like, so there is a $5.98 late fee on the account, literally $6. If he had been like, you know what, I didn't rent it, I probably would have gotten rid of it. I usually don't care about that stuff. I'll get rid of it. First words out of his mouth, not what was it for, or I don't remember renting that, or this or that. I don't fucking know shit. Throws his movies and walks out. Haven't seen him since.
Yep.
Love it. Favorite outbreak.
That is I am
him.
Positive that is him.
Ugh.
I'm positive that's him, so I'm positive that's what I put on his account.
No attempt to even figure out what it was, or if somebody else had rented, which it could have been, but...
I wonder if it's just, like, super embarrassing to him.
I don't know.
No, but I'm pretty sure that's the same guy, and he's an ass. He's a total ass. My favorite Family Video moment, though, was... So, I'm putting movies away, and we used to have this really nice stool that...
yeah, where did that thing ever go?
So, this is what happened to it. So, I'm... putting movies back. I'm by where the prequel sequel used to be. I don't know if it's there now.
It's under the windows now.
Okay. So I'm right. Oh no, I guess it was. No, that was prequel sequel, right?
For a while. It's moved so much.
I don't know. Anyway, I was right over there, and I look over. I hear a wah, and I look over, and there's Kaylee. She sat back, and I see her arms flying in the air, and she's falling over. I run over, Kaylee. Oh my God, what's going on? She sat on the chair, and like just at the right angle, it snapped, and she fell back.
Oh jeez.
But I just see her arms, and then her legs, like, I saw her legs fly in the air, and then a customer saw her fall over while they were walking in the windows. That's what happened to that, it broke.
Oh.
She broke it.
Oh, favorite story. I
God.
obviously wasn't there for this.
That's so hard.
But our current district manager,
It wasn't when the car went through the building?
No, that was a pretty good moment too. But no, this was a story she was telling me. She had walked into a store, and you know, generally our store is incredibly like well maintained and just a decent store overall, and that's not typically the average for the company.
Sounds like it.
So she walks into the store, and I've told you this story because I've specifically mentioned it reminded me of something Dylan would do.
Yep.
Where there's just a guy, the customer service rep sitting at the counter, which you're not supposed to do because there's not usually chairs, playing a ukulele and like singing a song with it, and she's like, "Oh my God, am I on some like hidden camera TV show?"
We just got Lapras.
Oh, sweet, we got Lapras.
Yeah, it's a very intelligent Pokemon.
Yeah, we'll just leave it in our PC. Or are we gonna replace Vic with Lapras?
I mean, I kind of want to just use it right now.
All right.
Why not? It's 500 pounds. It's a gentle soul that can understand human speech. Whoa.
Whoa, gentle soul.
Yeah.
I just imagining that scenario in my head makes me laugh.
It is, because that's totally what he would do, because that's totally Dylan. I think that's why. No, it's not why. Fuck.
All right, well, next time on Pillow Talk, we'll continue on through.
This is why. Yeah.
We're made from iron.
All right, go.
Iron's in our blood.
Iron Man.
I'm on save chat.
Iron Man.